Hi, it's Tony, and here in Pop Pop's Workshop. And it's time for another segment in Gadget Corner, and this one's probably going to be the most exciting. Okay, well, it's not. We're going to talk about PPE. But while it might not be exciting, it is, in my estimation, the most important part in any shop. That you protect your vision, your hearing, your lungs, all the things that you need to live. So we're going to talk about a few of the things that we have in the shop for hearing protection, eye protection, things like that. And we're going to bring up a few that aren't readily thought of as PPE, but they definitely are. So we're going to start off with some of the simple things. I wear glasses. I just have the one eye, so I need to protect what I have. Also, for jobs where I might be getting a lot of chips thrown in my face, I'll throw on the mask, the face shield there. Makes things a lot safer. As far as protecting your lungs, we've got several ways. One obvious one is we've got the RZ mask, flashy color so you can see me, right? But this thing has worked out really well. It's very comfortable, very easy. And because it's comfortable and easy, I use it. Sometimes things are more complicated, and let's face it, if it's a complicated thing to use, you're less likely to use it. So make sure that you're doing what you can to protect your lungs. Is it better than a full face shield with big respirator, bulbs on the side? Maybe not, but it does an excellent job. I have noticed marked improvement while I'm doing sanding, things like that, to choking, crud in the throat, all that kind of thing. Get one of these guys. I highly recommend it. Another PPE that I wear a lot is my Cat's Moses apron. This thing is great. Besides having a place to wipe glue if it gets on my fingers and not on my clothing, because we use Titebond 3, and you wipe that on your clothes, they're glue closed permanently. So we love this apron. It protects if you get that random piece of kickback off the table saw. This is going to be better than a t-shirt for sure. So get yourself a shop apron for that extra layer of protection when you're working on the saws and things like that. Another thing that we wear constantly is the isotunes. And the benefit to that, and some others do it as well, is that I can play woodworking podcast. I'm an old guy, so sometimes I don't listen to music that much, but woodworking podcasts are great for me in the shop, kind of keeps me motivated and going, hear what other guys are doing. Sometimes they're funny. Wouldn't it be nice? New one for some guys here in Iowa, Dylan and Third Stall Projects. Can't remember his name. Sorry about that, buddy. But Iowa guys, and they are killing it with their podcast. Wood Talk with Mark and the guys, great. We Built the Thing. Those guys are hilarious. So, and they've got great content. So, besides having ear protection, it kind of gives you something to keep you motivated in the shop. Now, I said there were other things that we might not think of as PPE. One of those is the type of wedding ring I wear. It's a Quelo, and it is a silicone ring. Lots of companies made them. They're stretchy. If I were to get this caught in something, it could be a number of things. You go to reach for something and you snag something else on the wall. Instead of having a big metal band that's going to tear and possibly cause some serious damage to your skin, this will break before anything like that happens. So think about that. If you're a married guy, you like to wear rings in the shop, or a married gal, these are great. And they come in some great colors and options too. Now I'm going to grab the camera and show you some of the other things that we have in our shop that are PPE that you might not readily acknowledge as PPE. Hang on a second. All right, pardon the jiggle here, guys. You're going to bounce around a little bit. Here is my simple attempt at air filtration. We may upgrade in the future, but a box fan moves about 420 cubic feet per minute of air. So a nice filter on the front there, and you can upgrade that filter to serious 10, 12 MERV if you want to, the big box filters, and put that on there. So whatever you want to do, but that really does some nice air movement, keeps a lot of that fine dust out of the air, caught in the filter. And to go along with that, we have another small box fan over here that allows me to move either the heat from the heaters around the shop, or if we're in that window up there, sometimes we'll put an air conditioner. So that helps keep the shop cool. while at the same time moving the fine dust around to get it to that. So that's something definitely you need to think about when it comes to PPE for protecting your lungs with fine dust in the air. And we've talked about this before, but we have put more light in the shop. Before we just had two of these big filters, or two of these big fixtures rather, the light fixtures, and they were okay. But again, for me having the one eye, it created a bit of a problem with seeing things accurately. And we all know if you can't see the cut, one, it's not going to be very accurate. But two, you risk doing things or getting in a little too close. Maybe you're not paying attention while you're straining to see the line where your hand's at. And that can be a bad problem. So in my estimation, adequate or more than adequate lighting in a shop is a serious PPE upgrade that you may want to look into. So those are some of the things that we use in our shop for PPE. They're the gadgets we enjoy. They're the gadgets that keep us protected, and they're the gadgets you may want to take a look at. So thank you for watching this episode of Gadget Corner. We appreciate you watching our videos. It means a lot to us when you do, and we want to thank you for being here. Remember, though, you can do this.